Hey, what's happening? I'm the Onijito, and this is Talk Now, Think Later. This is the place that we talk about some news. Again, no fact checking. Just looking at what's on the what we can vet as the most credible news source there is. Right now, I am looking at videogameschronicle.com. Let's switch to the news right now. Oh, I forgot. I should have the music for the news. It's like that sucked. Yeah, but that's my news music. I had a good news music the other day. Anyway, Capcom cancels Monster Hunter performance lecture as staff face threats from players. What a sad headline this is. Capcom recently said its staff received threats. Capcom has canceled a planned lecture about the development of Monster Hunter Wilds. This comes days after the company had issued a statement due to severe direct threats made to Capcom staff over the game's performance. As reported by Automaton, the talk originally titled Monster Hunter Wilds Run Smoothly. I'm all for Capcom, I'm all for Monster Hunter, but that title is kind of inviting a little bit of violence from everybody, I think. So I don't know. And the subtitle, I guess, is everything you need to know about optimization. I mean, this is supposed to be a developer conference, and it's them sharing, the secrets to a really good video game performances and stuff like that. So this was originally supposed to be held at CEDC, Japan's largest game developer conference. The talk was planned to discuss Capcom's recent advancements in performance and optimization. However, following the talk's announcement and performance issues with Monster Hunter Wilds, Video Games Chronicle needs to fix their spelling errors here. Introduced as part of the recently released free title update 2, the publisher received such a severe social media backlash that it has now canceled the lecture. Now, severe media backlash, social media backlash, I don't think the word severe actually represents how hostile it can get in there. The internet has no guardrails, and the fans, have the armor of anonymity, so it's really crap. While Capcom didn't say directly that the cancellation was related to the harassment, the timing of the statement following the cancellation seems to imply that the two are linked. Okay, so it's kind of speculation, but I guess close to confirmed speculation. On Friday, the company released a statement reading, "We take customer opinions and requests seriously, as they are indispensable for improving our products and services, and we strive to improve quality." On the other hand, we have confirmed instances of slander, libel, denigration, intimidation, threats to harm or disrupt business, and harassment against our executives and employees by name. Oh yeah, this is getting wild. The Japanese development giant goes on to warn that should this behavior continue, the company plans to take legal action. But against who? Furthermore, in severe cases, we may contact the police or lawyers and take legal action, including criminal proceedings. I guess the against who question that I just posed here is for the stupid social media personalities or presences that are just stupid enough not able to hide their identities. So I guess, maybe. Lastly, Chronicle writes here, the performance issues that sparked this uptick in harassment have already largely been fixed, thanks to a quickly deployed patch. However, some players are still reporting problems in extreme cases. Uh, it seems like this is like in parallel to the Switch 2 screen situation. Not perfectly parallel, but honestly, what I've been reading about that and what I've heard about that is screen blurring stuff is just is something that, like, I guess, like, very highly skilled, and I would say maybe like close to professional gamer, skill set and quality and discernment, visual discernment, have, said about the system. Because yeah, I don't know, like, all of us have some level of can I say savantness when we really like something and when we're really good at something, like some players can play Dark Souls, some players can't, because there's just this, one side where people are, playing and not really discerning every small tell from a monster, while there are those who actually look at every single thing, like the piece of cloth that like flies over and changes color by like a percentage of a hue, and then they know that's when they have to dodge or whatever. And one guy would tweet that, right? Like, one guy would publish that on the internet, and then it spreads like wildfire. And now, you have these talks of all these social media outlets, or I mean these media outlets, that this entire thing is actually real. And this is the case about this is the case same with the Bethesda stuff before. Man, I can't remember that video, but I will put that video on the description here. But I really admire this YouTuber named Never Knows Best, who talked about this. I got this one person who was basically bullied by the internet for about like 13 years, and he was the writer for. I believe it was for Fallout 4 or Fallout 76 or something like that. But and he basically, fans hated the direction and the way the story was told in Fallout. Then one guy on Reddit, like, wrote this piece, a really short piece, and just said things like, "Oh yeah, this is how you should. This is how you destroy a franchise by writing, this kind of story," and stuff like that. And then their bullet points, the bullet points were, I guess difficult to measure and difficult to verify, because they're just basically opinions. But the guy sounded like he knew, exactly how to write, and he was skilled about it. So, but the point was that it's not that guy's fault. Basically, it's his opinion. But the problem is that all of the people who read that, there's just so many people who just took that on face value and made posts about it, tweet about it, started harassing the main guy. I really hope I remember the guy's name. It's I'll put it down in the description. We really need some vindication for that guy, because he seems like a really good dude. And then the harassment videos, talking about that guy as the main reason why Bethesda is now not on par with who they were in the past. You have these YouTubers with millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views, and that keeps spreading like wildfire. I just want to say, I feel like this is the exact same issue here. the article says, and hopefully the article confirmed it, and hopefully, some of our viewers here, if you listen to me, you do your own fact checking, or just be kind on the internet, really. Honestly, like, it's and I love video games to death. I'll die with a video game controller in my coffin, but yo, guys, like, humans are more important, right? Like, we shouldn't really destroy, human morale and stuff like that, except if they're in politics. Anyway, but yeah, the Monster Hunter stuff. Like, you really go